Hey, Geology, this is Nate. This is week 11, and this week we learned about half-lives and how rocks do eventually uh, decide that they are going to die or like lose what they had. But we had to make some questions on, or like a story problem, so to say. First off, I just kind of wanted to wish everybody hope they had a good Easter. But as for these questions, so I started mine off with in 2021 a new isotope was found at Ram Ranch named Uzi Vert O2 with a half-life of 10,000 years and a beginning weight of 1 gram. How long would it take for Uzi Vert O2 to have a parent weight of 125 grams? So in that statement right there, it tells us that it has a half-life of 10,000 years. So we can go ahead and update the number of years that go by. So its life would be 10,000. The second one would be 20,000. And the third one would be 30,000. And then so the number of half-lives, you'd do 1, 2, and 3. Pretty simple, not too hard yet, at least. And then so I had the parent percentage, and then I also put in the fraction in there because I know some people definitely see percentages better than fractions, but I also understand the fractions. So I did that for both the parent percentage and the daughter percentage. And then the parent weight, I already put that in there just because I knew I was giving it to you within that first statement. So that's 1,000 grams for the parent, 0 grams for the daughter because nothing's happened yet. So in order to find uh, the parent weight of 125 grams, we would, or I would assume personally, because the first uh, time that you would get a half life of it would be 500. The second one would be 225, and then so we'll go 500 grams, 250 grams, and then this last one would be 125 grams. So that the answer to that question would be 3 half-lives in order for us to get to 125 grams for the parent weight. My second question was how many half-lives would need to pass for the daughter weight to be 500 grams. So that's this side. So the first half-life, because you took away half of the parent weight, that half of the parent weight that isn't there anymore goes to the daughter weight, which would make the daughter weight 500 grams right off the first half-life. So that one was pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. So it'd be 1 half-life. So then my next question is, what would the percentage be if the daughter weight was at 700? What would the parent percentage be if the daughter was at 750 grams? So we'd have to go back up here, continue to fill in our table. So the next half-life would make the daughter weight 750 grams, and then the last one would be 875 grams. So then, because that question is what is the parent percentage, we'd have to go over to the parent percentage for or the percentages as a whole. So this one would be 50% or 1/2. This one would be 25% or 1/4. And this would be 12.5% or 1/8. So then that would make this also 50% or 1/2. This one would be 75% or 3/4. And then this one would be 87.5% or 7/8. So basically, in theory, for both the percentages and the weight, whatever isn't in the parent section has moved over to the daughter section. So obviously at the top, you got 1 out of 1. So this is 0 out of 1. You got half in both these spots. You got 1/4 here and 3/4 there, and then 1/8 and 7/8. So back down to the question of um, what would the parent percentage be if the daughter weight was at 750 grams? So we got to go over the daughter weight, 750 grams, then over to the parent percentage. So it'd be 25%. 25% or 1/4. And then lastly, the last question is what fraction would the daughter be or the daughter weight be at when the parent is at 125 grams? So again, this is just kind of like the first question, just asking for a different result. So 125 grams of the parent weight would be 87.5%, 87% or 7/8 for that final question. So honestly, I learned a little bit about this in high school. I took a geology class, so this wasn't the most difficult thing for me. I definitely think I learned more in depth what I needed to, so I think I'm better off. But just to show, I had this up here, didn't use it, but it was there. I had it ready. But yeah, I hope that I helped you guys learn something.